Today we have an amazing soul called Paulina Rzepka. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. She's a YouTube girl, to do with self-development, spirituality, and mindset, right? And she's also soon to become a law of attraction coach. She's a yoga teacher, traveler, foodie, life lover. So we're gonna have all these conversations with Paulina in a bit. All good. Thank you for hopping in today. And I've already done a short introduction for you already, but all these Tuesday talks start with you doing your introduction. Obviously, you're the best person to do that. And after that, you just answer a question, which is, what are you doing and why are you doing it? That will be after your introduction.
Okay, first of all, I need to correct you. How did you say my surname?
I tried. Yes, I did say I tried, right? So it was it Rzepka?
I love it. No, it's completely wrong. But only only the one is everyone who struggle, like foreign. So my surname is Rzepka.
Rzepka.
Here we go.
Okay. I was following the spellings, the letters. Okay. In English.
Okay, guys. So let me introduce myself super quick. I'm Paulina, Poli. I'm from Poland. So I'm a Polish girl, but I do live in London for past, I think 9 years. And oh my gosh, guys, I just need to tell you, it's a beautiful rainbow in front of me because it was raining. So it's an amazing sign for us to have a beautiful talk. Yay! Okay, what else? I'm living here for 8 years. And yes, as you mentioned, I'm a YouTube girl. Actually, my YouTube is pretty fresh. It's about 2.5 months. But it's on fire, it's pumping, it's growing every day, so I'm super excited. I'm also, as you mentioned, I'm a yoga teacher. I qualify during the pandemic. So in these tough times, I need to say it, I've done so much toward myself and I loved it. So much about self-development because, when the busy times are, we actually busy with work, with normal life. We don't have a time to think what we like, what we love to do because we don't have basically time. So I need to say it, I use it this time very productively. Yeah. So that's my quick introduction, and you're gonna be asking the questions, so you will find out about me even more. That's fine.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. So the first question that I ask everybody is, so why are you doing, and what are you doing now? I know there was so many things that you are doing, right? So which one are you focusing on, and why are you doing all those so many things?
As I mentioned before, okay, you live your life, right? And you go to school, you need to make your life good because of people expectations. I guess does everyone think, well, we're growing, we don't really know what we want, or maybe we know what we want, but the society, the life shaping us in a completely different way. So I was growing innocently in my life, thinking about so many things I would like to achieve. But to be honest, I was doing zero action. So even I had my dreams inside me. I knew what I want to do. I knew I want to show myself out there. I want to spread my message. I want to share with people about so many beautiful things, about living the life to the fullest. This procrastination and this resistance and blockages that are in front of you, that you're not good enough, that it's so many people already out there. How I can change anything, how I can make anything better if there's so many people out there. You're just losing the faith in yourself. You don't really believe in yourself. But as I mentioned, pandemic let me understand. I think it was just my divine time. I need to grow to the moment and be ready to receive and take this action, which I'm super excited. I'm so grateful that I actually opened my YouTube channel and I embraced being in front of the camera. And yoga is, yoga, mindfulness is everything kind of being in the same basket, because yoga is not only the movement, which I thought 2 years back that yoga is only, I remember when I joined first yoga class years ago, and the lady said that we need to stay in the position for 5 minutes. I was like, what the hell is going on? She's crazy. It's so boring. So I thought it's about be in a position and just, freeze, which obviously I've dig deeper to the core, and I understood there's everything about mind and body alignment, you know, about the purpose, about opening the chakras for manifestations. So yeah, so you know, I'm flowing now. I'm flowing. It's my spiritual awakening. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. I mean, and you've mentioned it as well now already. It said, you know, so you took the opportunity with this current adversity, the pandemic that's happened. You know, you've decided obviously to upskill yourself and use that time to self-develop. You know, even though there is all this happening around the world, it's us how we see it, and that's how we do it. I mean, just like yourself, I decided to. Hey, hey,
I
cat.
always want to be in the camera, like in my videos, in everything. So guys, yes, that's Kika.
Hey. So yeah, no, just like yourself. I mean, I decided to do the same thing, right? When the pandemic happened, I decided to go inwards in terms of self development. Give myself that time, you know, because we've been saying to ourselves all throughout our life, right? We haven't got time for this. We haven't got time for this. You know, we want to do so many things, but we are not actioning anything. But we're talking about it, right? And we might like in and out of a lot of stuff, but nothing is real, you know, because you are tied up to the society that you need to do certain things. You've got a job and you need to do that, and you're always saying, I haven't got the time, I haven't got the time. And the universe is like, okay, then here's the time, right? Everything is stopped. What are you gonna do now? Are you doing it? So
And
I
you
decided
feel
to take that.
excuses, you know, you try to go like this. Here you go, opportunity. Oh, no, 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 I'm busy now. And you just, here you go, another opportunity. Oh, now, not good timing. And it's just giving and giving. And if you're not taking, well, obviously, the energy will go somewhere else and you're losing your chance and you're losing your opportunity. But you know, enough was enough for me. Like, I always want to have on my YouTube channel, like forever. And all my friends, they were like, oh my gosh, you with your temperament, with your personality, you're gonna be great. And I knew this. I deeply knew this, but I was like, well, how to open, what to do. I just seen myself here, and the final process, the final element was like so far away. I couldn't even picture going through the whole journey, what to do, how to do, where to start, where to put myself in. And it is super funny thing because I was keep talking so much about this recently, about the YouTube channel that are opening and do something. I even got it from my family for a Christmas gift. That if my phone is on it, it's like a proper stand. It's the gimbal that you can walk, you can vlog yourself. Super expensive and cool stuff. So I was like, here we go, exactly. So my family bought it, and I was like, yeah, motivation, full on. Well, motivation was for this, no, for that period of time. I put it thing on the side. Then I was through my yoga journey, and I've met, because what happened, sorry, because I'm gonna be smashing with you with so many informations, but I just want to express so much. So
No,
forgive
go
me,
for
and
it.
if I'm
Feel
too
free.
fast,
Feel
just
free.
tell me, stop girl, stop, I will get done. Okay. So I supposed to go to India last year in April to do my yoga certification. Beautiful people, beautiful school. I will recommend it, or even comment down below. They real. They taught me everything about the history from the core, you know. They living the life of teaching our people yoga and the culture. So a friend of mine was there. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going. It's supposed to be 1 month in Goa, intensive study, practicing and learning everything. And what happened? Pandemic. I was like, well, amazing. So I couldn't go to India. I still haven't been it. And I was like, okay, I will go. Let's the pandemic finish. Let's get over. But this pandemic never finished. I was like on and off, you know?
Yeah.
So I've decided to do it online. And I did it. And what I'm trying to get to, because you see, I already found another direction. That's me. So I met two beautiful girls. I was in the same batch doing the certification. And one of them, believe it or not, YouTuber. She's amazing. She's already like over 1,000 subscribers. She's super young, such a beautiful soul. And I was like, oh my gosh, universe is giving me another chance to have got someone in front of me to learn, because I had my doubts. Okay, I don't know how to start, what to do, how to do. Here we go. The person was given, right? So I was super excited. I was like, yeah, just tell me what to do, how to start. She was like, well, ask me any questions. And you know, the easiest thing that I would tell everybody, just do it. Right? Yeah. I was like, yeah. That's it. I didn't open. I didn't start. because my excitement was like this, and then like whole my life going up and going down. And then the final moment that everything was like a massive changeover and all the fireworks happened. I've joined the event, online event. Actually, it was like a masterclass. I got an email, and you know, you're getting these emails from 1,000 people that you've been subscribed to. Join this event Sunday, 3 o'clock, da da da. I was like, well, I'm gonna join. I have nothing better to do. It's pandemic. It's cold outside. I can dedicate like 2 hours to join the event. And while I've been that event, obviously with Master Sri Akashana, if you guys are aware or no, beautiful, beautiful guy, our mentor and a spiritual gangster at the moment, because he got his clip. I was like, okay, I've joined it, and I felt this connection. Do you know? It was like 800 to 1,000 people on a Zoom call, and suddenly he said, "Oh, Paulina, I can see your energy." I was like, "Did he say just Paulina?" I was like, "Nah, maybe a different Paulina." So okay, I was carry on with the event, and again he said something. "Oh, Paulina, Paulina, yeah!" I was like, "Man, this guy talking to me? It's 1,000 people on the event, and this guy talking to me?" I was like, well, my energy rose up. I was like, oh my gosh. Even now, look, my cheeks are red again already. So, and he was given an opportunity to join on this event, other event. It was about speaker training. I was like, well, I always want to be a speaker, and if I want to have my YouTube channel or I want to be on a stage, it's good to get some practice to be on the speaker training. So whoever decided to join the speaker training, then he said, so I've got a gift for you. I will give you 3 days, full days event, how to start your YouTube channel. And I was like, OMG, are you for real? So this was the biggest slap on my face. The universe said, listen, girl, or you wake up now or you're losing this and I'm going somewhere else. So that's how it started. And this was the moment I was like, yes, I'm taking this full on. So
that is so interesting that you share this wonderful story, right? As how the universe kept bringing you your YouTube back, because that is something you are actually manifesting, and you wanted to do it for a very long time, right? So
100%.
So it's you know, the synchronicity of things are so amazing that a lot of people don't realize this, and I mean, so glad that you just shared this as well, in terms of, right, is you know, universe will present those things and give you a slap on your face as well sometimes, right? That every time you get that mention, oh, YouTube. So a lot of people in the world do get those opportunities, but is the lack of resources that they mention that, oh yeah, time or whatnot, whatever that is, they use excuses to not do it, right? And then when that doesn't happen, they're like, oh, but I really wanted to do it. Like, well, no, you had the opportunity. And my saying is always, and I say to my clients as well, is, you know, it's your decision. You are one decision away from success or failure, right? You decide what you want to do. Opportunities will come your way every time. And now it just depends on whether you realize that was an opportunity to take it now or succeed, or just let it go and then, you know, just fail. And the universe is kind enough to give you opportunities time and time again.
Knocking and knocking my door.
Exactly. Because it knows that you do really want to do this, right? Deep down, you still have that there, right? You hadn't completely left it gone, right? So you weren't saying, okay, that dream is dead now, I don't want to do this anymore. So that would have been a different situation. But deep down, your universe knew that, okay, yeah, you know, Paulina still wants to do it. So it kept knocking, and like, hey, I'm here now again. Okay, I'll go back and come back after a few months.
So patient with me that it was actually keep trying, because as I always think, everything happened for a reason. They're not coincidences in this life. Everything what it meant to be, it will be. And as I was really, really wanted, and kind of still was, you know, refusing, he need to be like super clear with me. I was like, are you taken or not? Otherwise I'm gonna knock somebody else though. So I was like, I was clever enough and I was aware enough to actually take it that time, which I'm so blessed and, you know, grateful for.
That's amazing. I mean, so what would you say to people who, you know, let's say they ask for something that they really want to do, right? Or manifest, or anything, certain things, you know. I don't talk about materialistic stuff. I'm not talking about ex-boyfriend and girlfriends and all that stuff. I'm talking about something, you know, tangible, in terms of this is something that is called success. Now, success is different for everybody. So something like for yourself might be YouTube, right? So now at the moment, if that is success, in terms of whatever that is, 1,000 subscribers or whatnot, right? So success will be different at different stages. So somebody is looking for a success at one stage and is trying to go for it, but then does not take the opportunities when they arrive. What do you recommend to those people at that time, right? How would they recognize that this is the opportunity now knocking on my door before I say no? Because it doesn't come straight away saying, hey, here's me, right? It comes through different places. Like you got a girl that was there before, then master, and before that people brought you presents to start you off, right?
Do you know, it starts, I think this starts from they're gonna start from the beginning. First of all, to receive anything, you need to kind of prepare yourself as well. You need to start off shifting your mindset, of amplifying in your life. Like a daily routines, you need to start with keeping your mind and body healthy. What I started from waking up early in the morning, because I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna be an action taker, I'm gonna put my alarm set in the morning, 6 in the morning. Okay, 6:30, I'm not gonna lie, 6:30. I'm gonna set my alarm. I wish to be 6, but it's still 6:30. So set my alarm at 6:30 in the morning, and I'm not gonna snooze it. Because if you're snoozing, it's mean you get yourself out later. If you're not gonna snooze, you're gonna take an action straight away. You already showing as an action taker. Set yourself in the morning. Next thing what I'm doing, which I'm really grateful to my friend that she opened my eyes, ice cold shower in the morning. Wake up your body. I swear in God. My friend, sorry, I'm gonna jump from the story again. A friend of mine stayed at my house, and then she was like, "Can I take a shower or take a bath?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, go." And then she came back. She was like shivering. Her face was looking beautiful. I was like, "But what's going on?" You know, I'm taking every morning these cold showers. And I was like, really? And then she did tell me about all the benefits, body, mind benefits, all the benefits. So I was like, do you know what? I will try it. So since that time, I'm taking ice cold shower every single morning. I'm going in full on. I'm putting minimum, you know, with the temperature. And I'm like, oh, yes, baby. And I'm going in and the water is, it's like putting yourself inside the freezer, but I'm imagining I'm like in a jungle tropical place, and this waterfall is just coming down, and then it's so cold, but I'm just saying affirmations. I am powerful, I'm strong, today I'm gonna smash this day, I'm a manifestor, I'm beautiful. And I'm basically, as cold the water is, that's more powerful, I feel. So this is another thing I'm doing. And then what is really, really important, I meditate straight after I wake up. Your mind is still in between, you know, this dreamland, because you just awake. So it's the biggest possibility that you can manifest things into your life quicker. So I'm trying to close my eyes and think about whatever I desire and feel it. The most important thing is an emotion. So what you need to do, you need to visualize situation that you want to see yourself as the situation is already happening right now. And you feel it. You feel in your heart. You breathe. First, you need to focus on your breath. You need to calm your mind with the breathing. And then you just putting yourself in the situation. You see the person. You can smell it, touch, feel, and enjoy the moment. And you can see you in the situation, what you're doing, who you are at the moment, who is around you. Wow, so powerful. Then you can come out from meditation, quickly write it down, because when you're writing down, you're reframing in your brain as well, and you make it even more powerful, the statements. And then I'm trying to just carry on with my day, you know, be grateful. That's the key for me. Being grateful for the smallest things. I know it's so easy to be angry, to be pissed off. You just sometimes wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you just, well, shit day, right? So I gotta carry on with my shit day. But if you will actually think that you're alive, you've got 2 hands, I've got eyes, ears, I can speak, I can walk, I can breathe. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I've got my up and downs, but do I really need to think about them or focus on them? Or they really gonna make me down? Well, no. And you only live once in this human body, so why not making the best one that you can? And if you're talking about taking an action towards the success, I need to open the window. It's so hot. Oh, I'm getting too excited. It could be other one on the other. You see my cheeks? Woo! It's the universe talking through me. And then, and I lost myself. No, and then it's very important to just shift your mindset. You know, if you think about something really, really bad, or you're angry because your coworker pissed you off, close your eyes, feel the breath, relax, and bring in your mind something that you're happy, someone that you love, something that you're grateful for. And you know what? Your mind will shift like this, because it's impossible to be angry and happy at the same time. And then as you try, I'm not gonna lie, it's a practice. It's not happen like all the time, but obviously we can master it, everything. Meditation, visualization, or anything, or even being grateful, you can master every single thing in your life. And it's so important to don't go, when you know, when you get angry, don't go in this battle, because so easy when someone is angry at you, it's so easy to throw things back, because this is our nature. But to control it and just silence yourself and then let the other person throw on you, you got your barrier. I'm not letting anyone, you know, if people trying to tell me something or throwing on me, I'm just like, I'm not even listening. I don't know what's going on. I'm just sitting in my own bubble and like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful weather. Ah, I'm so grateful. So, you know, and I gotta add to this, sorry, one more thing. We need to take an action. As I said, it's so easy to be in a comfortable place, to be in our comfort zone, because we already know this zone. We're feeling good, we're feeling secure, and our mind try to protect us. Don't go there, don't go there. But in the same time, is the ego holding you back, not letting us come out from the shell, not letting us to you know, to try, because everything that is happening in our life, it happened out of the comfort zone. So we need to start feeling comfortable taking an uncomfortable action. Very nice.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that. So in a way, you also already answered my next one that I was going to ask you about, your, you know, your routine, a day of a daily routine of Paulina's. You know, what do you do to have, because you're, you know, since the time I've known you, and I've known you from one of the challenges that you attended, right? And you know, you're the ball of energy, right? So he's there. He's, as you said, Master noticed you in his, out of these 1,000 people, you can see your energy. So you do, you know, just come
Thank
out
you.
of the energy is there, and so you're full of energy there, and that has to obviously bring the right energy to you as well in reverse, right? So you get what the energy you put out, and you have to then also become the action taker, because the energy which is coming back, you need to be ready to receive it as well. So there's a lot of people that I speak to as well, you know, then they don't want to receive it back when the energy is coming back. They're like, oh no, thank you very much, you know, oh no, I don't like this, oh no, it's fine. They're not taking it back, and then they go saying, oh, why I do not receive this when I am doing so many nice things. Oh, I'm always happy, I'm trying my best to be always happy, right? And as you said, yeah, it takes practice, right? If you've never been an angry person in life, right? So, and then there's a person in front of you who's shouting at you, blah 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 blah, and it's difficult to hold yourself, right? And you say, why is that happening, right? So yeah, by default you will argue back, right? But as you said, you have to be.
But you know what? Some people, they've been born, they've got kind of temperament that they're pretty calm, right? Me? No, oh, I was the one that was like, oh, listen, you're not gonna tell me what to do. And I was like, on fire. But I learned it, and I can see myself right now. You know, sometimes we say it, that you want to, or you want to talk to your past self, or you want to see yourself in the future, and you want to see the change that you've made it. I'm so proud, because I can see, if I would think about myself, even from a year back, oh my gosh, such a change in me. I'm so different person, like completely different. I'm so much more calm, so much more relaxed. I'm not really do care what people say about me, because at the end of the day, they own beliefs, they not mine. I know what I think about myself. If someone really do know me, like who I truly am, they my friends, you know. If someone wants to talk about me bad or whatever, let them speak. If they have nothing better to do talking about me, well, be my guest. But I really also think, if we come into this thing, it's really important to have a good tribe in your life, because what I also realize, throughout your life, you've got so many friends. And I've been so many times kicked in my ass, because I give myself so much towards people that I do like. And so many times you've got expectations because you think if you give love, you expect this person gonna give you love back. But the thing is, you shouldn't be expecting, because then very often you can be disappointed, which I've been so many times, because I thought, I'm gonna give you my heart there, so you're supposed to give me the heart back. But it's not like this. No one gives a fly about you. So I've stepped back a little bit. I was like, well, okay, I guess you can just count on yourself in the life. But talking about the tribe, joining the community that I did join, that you are also, that we've met in the same community, I never ever in my whole entire life thought it is that many people, beautiful, pure, genuine, and they can meet in the same place. When I joined this community, I was like, oh my gosh, everyone just like, spreading love, positivity, everyone just so nice. And the thing is, through our life, I'm a giver and I'm not really receiver. I always want to give things to people, and I always feel good when I can give. It makes me more happy. I have more pleasure when I give something to somebody. And then, with taking, it's like people don't give it to you much, so you're just used to not taking. But in this community, I learned how to receive, because it's impossible to not receive if people just giving you love, giving you friendship, support you, being there with you, people who not gonna drag you down, people who gonna lift you, people who gonna tell you some nice words when you've got you a bad day and tell you that's fine, that's okay, because everyone's got similar mindset, everyone think the same way, everyone know that it's okay to do not be okay some days, but this is only it's a one day, and our life is like this. So we just need to accept this. We need to, heal ourselves. Sometimes we just need to let it go, relax, and let us to be calm, sad, and, miserable. And then everything will be back to normal. I think I need to put some filter because my cheeks are red. Let me check. You guys read out the question. I'm going to put myself nice filter.
That's nice filter. But I love that what you just shared, and that's very interesting in terms of because when I'm working with my clients, being a business and mindset coach, and this is pretty much what I take them through the journey of changing their mindset, because when you become an entrepreneur or open your own business or start becoming your own boss, right? There's a whole shift you need to do. It's not about the shift of right, I've left my job now, blah blah blah, I'm starting this. Whether that's a side hustle that you start from and then starting into full-time, it needs that shift that you just mentioned, right? You need a new tribe around you. So you're, in business terms, that will become your new network of people, right? And so all you need this. But what happens is a lot of people who do work with me, and before that, I find out that, the statistics also show that anybody who starts new in business or entrepreneurial journey, I'll say 90% of them, they die out in the first year or they stop. And the remainder 10, they 50% of them from that remainder 10, 5%, they stop in the second year, and the remainder 5, they continue going. They're the one who are being persistent. They were the one who are now learned how to receive as well. Now, receiving does not mean anything of value in terms of, right, I'm going to give you this, here's a present, receiving just means where there's a few words of nice comments, where there's a few words of encouragement, where there's a little like on your post that there's been done, right? That's all receiving, or if you, as you said, having a bad day, somebody will just say, hey, no worries, blah, blah, I've got your back, and there's an ear to listen.
Yeah.
And all that. So I help them now transition from being an employee mindset. So I call it an employee mindset, because you're expecting something in return every time, because you're an employee that goes to work. He's expected everything is done for them already. They just need to come and do their job and then go home and then get a paycheck, right? So their expectation of everything is done for me. Everything is there. I'm just going to do this, go home, watch Netflix and everything, right? And then entrepreneurial mindset is, no, nothing is done for me. I need to do everything. Plus, I need to do everything for everybody as well who is around me, right? And then expect nothing back, because this is me. My business is me, right? If my business is going down, that means I am going down, right? So if I'm going up, my business is up. So all is in the mind. So you're and life is a roller coaster anyway, and the business is the biggest roller coaster as well. So you're gonna get the same amount of highs and maybe more lows, right? is the ride that you need to enjoy, right? So when you're going down, you in the roller coaster, you hear all these people screaming going down, but those are screams of joy. Very few are, very few scared screams, but a lot of people are screaming because of the rush they're getting from going down, because they know after that there's a high coming up, and then they are like, yeah, we've got to go one more time, right? So if you look at your life that way, or your business, right? I'm going down, nothing is working for me, so you know that if you get excited off that down thing, everything is going wrong in my life, man, I'm getting excited about this, because when I hit the bottom, I'm going to go up. I'm going to
100%.
So
I love that.
Switching your mind to that, what's going to happen? Your brain is already going to rocket you up straight away, because your brain is only looking at what you are saying to it, whether that's intentionally or unintentionally, because it's also reading your thoughts. So I always tell to everybody, the chairs we are sitting on, this is someone's thought at one point, right? And that person just went, hang on a minute, I had enough of sitting on the floor and rocks or whatever they were sitting on that time. I'm going to build something comfortable, right? I'm going to sit on we're going to make a chair now. So it was someone's thought. So if you can think of something, you can bring that something to life, whether that is a high, the amazingest life that you want to have, the best house, the best family, girlfriend, husband, whatever that is. So you can do that, but you have to start somewhere and take the baby steps to have then the bigger goal to achieve, because it's all in the baby steps that you take, which I call it also the decision. So I've got 4-tier system that I work with everybody, and if they follow through it, success is guaranteed. I come from a place, I'm a very laid back person in personality wise, but I'm very driven. So when you see me in business, a lot of people think I'm very loud and all that, going to be in your face. But when you meet me off business, I'm a very calm, chilled out, person, quiet and relaxed. And you can do anything in front of me. It does not faze me, right? Because as you said, you doing something which is you. It's not affecting me. So nothing's going to happen. You can yell at me and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But when it comes to business and all that stuff, success, I'm a very driven person. I love winning, and I'll do anything for that. But when I say anything, that means with my mind, because I've trained my mind to bring everything to life, because I was from a very young age. We didn't have a greatest childhood anyway, because my dad had a very wonderful life. But when he got let go of the job, he got hit so badly that he never went for another role in his life. So he never worked after that. So we, had an average lifestyle, but we weren't able to buy anything that we had all before. We had to downgrade our lifestyle. So we downgraded. So now I had to manage myself. So this is where then I decided to, manifest and teach myself, right? I'll look at things that the friends have or things I had. And I was like, I will have that one day. Whether that's like a big screen TV that I saw in my friend's house, I'm like, oh, I will have that one day in my house. Oh, I love that car. I will have it one day in my house. So I manifested that. Maybe it didn't happen straight away. 10 years later, I've got a big screen TV when it became. I've got the same car that I wanted, in that I'm obviously the newer model that is now from the company. So if it's a BMW, I'll get a BMW now, because I saw that BMW that time. So all these things. But now people, if people look at me or they meet me or something, before speaking to me, they might think that I'm a materialistic person, but that's not the case. The reason is because I made that happen. I'm like, as you said, you only live once. I'm only here once. I want to enjoy it, but I'm not affecting anybody in the wrong way. I'm not chasing the materials. I'm not chasing materials. I'm just like, well, if I'm able to get this, why not? I get this? Why not I get it? Exactly. Why not?
You're not hurting anyone by getting, for yourself something that is make you happy. People can get jealous, but that's, again, not your problem. They can be jealous. They can have it the same like you. If you can make it, I always say, if someone can make it, if I look at something that I really would really want, or someone that got something I would like to achieve, I'm like, if he can make it or she can make it, I'm not any different. I can do anything and everything. Just put my consistency, my hard work, because obviously you can manifest, but if you're not going to take an action, or you're not going to work it hard or make some steps towards the things that you want, well, obviously you're not going to close your eyes open and everything is going to appear in front of you. You need to, like you said, you need to do something towards this. You need to put yourself out there 100%, dedicate yourself, and be consistent. That's what I think is the key. Consistency. Because at the beginning we We don't know anything. You don't know this, that. You didn't know how to be a coach. You didn't know probably how to even drive a car before. But you learn it. So you can learn everything. We are humans. And if somebody else in this globe did it, it's mean I can do it too. It's only me and my will that I want to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I love this. I love this. And, you know, there's been times when I was managing lots of teams, which I still do a little bit, but before with teams for other people. And I used to always say, you know, when people used to go there and they'd be scared of their jobs. So I was one of those managers who would tell to you straight up front, you know, you can, this is it, how the big companies think when I was working in corporate London. And I was like, right, look, the boss above me, he can replace you anytime, because there is always somebody out there who is willing to do the job that you don't want to do, right? Now, decision is yours. I'm here to support you. What you want from me, I will guide you. You need to be willing to do that role, right? So there are hundreds of opportunities out there. You need to be willing to see them, recognize them, and accept them, to take it and move forward with it. A lot of people, you know, they would rather sit on Netflix for 2 hours and then say, oh, one more episode, right? And then carry on.
Whole season is done and you're still sitting in the same place, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? And would not spend that 2 hours just learning something that would get their future going, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, they will spend 6 months planning holidays, which will happen next year, right? Not even this year, it will happen next year. They will spend 6 months planning that, right? Where do we want to go? Is there any cheapest time and all that stuff? X, Y, Z. But they would never spend even 2 days to sit down and plan their life, right?
But you know what is so funny? People, I always say that you create your future in the present moment. So if you, like you said, the example of the holidays, if you overthink or you live in the future that haven't happened, how you can even create something if you're living already in somewhere far that is in the future? Maybe, do you know that that's such a nonsense? You're creating your future in the present moment. Every single step that you're gonna make in the present moment, it affects your future. Every single step.
Agree, 100% agree, 100% agree. And this is something I embed in my clients, and I say each and every decision you're taking now will show up, not tomorrow, maybe, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 5 years as well. It's just, it will be that decision that you've taken today to do something, or whatever that is, a yes or a no, will come and show up suddenly. And then you'll say, oh my God, if I had done that. I use the example of Apple, because Apple is one of the companies that I love. Steve Jobs is one of the person I admire, amongst others. But, when Apple was in the early stages of its evolution, there was one of the company owners who sold his shares for very cheap and exited from the company at that time, because he was going through ups and downs, right? And he was like, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just Steve Jobs being crazy, blah, blah, blah. And he left. And look where Apple is now. If he had stayed, his family and his grandfamily, whatever, everybody would have been sorted for life, right? Because the company is still going. And this is where you need to decide long-term, 100%. Not short-term.
But
a lot of people think short-term.
Well, I also think so many people also do not take opportunities just because they are afraid of new thing that they basically don't know what is behind the doors. So very simple example, a friend of mine, she was looking for a job. Yeah. Just recent situation. She was looking for a job. She's a digital marketing manager and she couldn't find it. And the place that she was applying for a job from, they begged to her, but they offered her a different position. And she was like, oh, what I need to do, I don't know. But my parents say this, my friends that. I was like, listen, you gotta close your eyes, think what you want to do. If you feel that the gut is telling you, just take an action, take it. Anytime you can leave. No one is holding you. They're not putting you in a cage. They're not gonna, keep you in a prison. Anytime you can change like this. You don't like it, you're leaving. But you will not tell to yourself, I haven't tried. I did take the opportunity at this day. It didn't work out, fine. And keep going. And maybe because it didn't work out it's something beautiful and even greater happen. But if it work out, then you're gonna be grateful to yourself. Yes, I did take this action. Otherwise, you will be stuck in your past and thinking, what if? What if? You will never find out what if you're not gonna try it and you're not gonna go for it. So yeah. So also one more thing I want to say, super funny. What happened? It's about me calming my mind and being grateful. It happened today because, of course, as I'm recording so many videos right now, I want to keep the track of them. So I want to store them somewhere. But my Mac is getting crazy about the numbers of videos, about my photos. So it's like not cooperating with me. And I was like, oh my gosh, what to do? So I bought myself the hard drive. My friend said, okay, listen, you got to put everything there, all your photos. You're going to clean completely your phone and your laptop because they sync with together, right? So I clean it. So my phone is like a pure new. My laptop is as well. I've got everything, all my life since 2016. But I'm not really a tech person, so they didn't tell me you need to keep this hard drive like an egg, you know. Oh, be careful. Man, I was with the hard drive there. And then my friend told me, and then I put it in to upload new video, right? And it just doesn't work. It doesn't read it. I was like, well, I don't know. I was like, I asked my friend, and then he said it to me. Oh, did you move it? Because you know, each hard drive got
It's
like
loose now.
small needles, and you can hear it is working very loud. I was like, what do you mean it's working very loud? Did you move it around? I was like, well, yes. He said, oh, I think you just smashed it. It doesn't work anymore. I was like, well, you want to tell me that my 6 years or 5 years of memories is just gone? He said, well, probably yes. So normally I will lose my shit. But I was like, okay, that's it. I can't even describe how different person I am right now. I just said, okay, to myself. I've got this moment of sadness, like, you know, it went through me, but I just acknowledge, and yeah. And I still gotta hope I'm gonna get somehow these pictures, you know, because I'm positive about. But normally, man, I'll be probably smashing everything around me, including the hard drive. So that's how your mindset change, you know. And going through the journey of self-developing, or even the spiritual journey, I can see that how different person I'm becoming, which is really beautiful that you can see yourself. And I'm really grateful because sometimes, you know, okay, sometimes I see these people that they super young age and they already manifesting, they know law of attraction, they know about everything. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I wish to be that young and do this, right? But on the other hand, I'm thinking to myself, I'm so blessed that it happened. Some people live their whole life and they haven't experienced this awareness, this awakening. So I'm so happy that it happened to me, you know, because otherwise maybe it would never did. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
I just need to be grateful. And it's so funny because I've got my best friend in Poland, and every time I was going home, I remember years ago, she gave me a book. She was like, listen, I read this book, it's brand new, it called Secret, and you visualize and you manifest, and what you think you got. And I look at her, I was like, are you for real? Did you lost your mind a little bit? You think I'm gonna read a book and think and this, and it's gonna appear like a genie from the lamp? She was like, oh my gosh, just read it. She gave me the book. I did not read, yeah, just for the record, for years. Because, you know, when you're going through the shift, nobody can force you. It can be 100 people, whole army in front of you, trying to explain you how does it work, what's going on. But if you're not ready, you're not ready. She could talk to me, and I was just, and then happened something in my life. I can't say that I reached the bottom, but it was the low moment that it brought me down. Because, you know, when we touch the low, you can't go lower. So the only way you can, like you mentioned, the only way you can go from down is up. And that I shifted myself. And then I was so excited when I started, you know, suddenly the shift is just like 180%, how the degrees, and you suddenly poof, open. Oh my gosh, and this, and that, and this, and that. And I came to home, I was like, oh my gosh, did you know about this? And the universe, and this. And she was sitting and I was like, whoa, why are you not talking to me? She was like, finally. I was like, what do you mean finally? She was like, years I was trying to talk to you, I give you the book and this, but you weren't ready, so I gave up. I stopped talking to you about this, everything. And then she was like, oh my gosh, suddenly you are with me in this awakening. And you know, and now when I go to her, I'm really like about the manifestations, about the visualization, journaling, and she's dropping me new books, I'm dropping her new books. It's so beautiful to have a body like this, that, you know, that's what I'm saying. This community is full of people like that. And it's so funny because I knew it's gonna happen. I read somewhere, or I watched one of the videos, there was like, you know, when you're going through this change of self-development and spirituality, you will see that your friends, old friends, or they will think you weird, you crazy, and they will unfriend you. And it happened a little bit. I've seen some people that I wasn't expecting that, oh my gosh, you got this aura around you, you just emanating this energy. Wow, what's your secret? What you doing? And I'm like, wow, the secret is just the energy. And some people are like, oh my gosh, you are so boring. Like suddenly you only about this boo, you do this internet, the spirituality, you don't drink alcohol, you don't want to go out, you don't want to go this, you don't want to that. And I'm sitting, I'm like, and they talking to me this way, my friends. And I'm like thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful you guys saying this to me. Yes, because I love it, the change. So it's mean some people see the change as a positive change. Some people gonna see that I'm crazy and woo-woo, but it's still, for me, is a positive change that they can see it. So super grateful.
Yeah, no, I love the experience that you just shared with me as well. So, you know, it's what I call it as leveling up, right? As you know, because there used to be a time when I used to play a lot of games. So, and any video game that you play, right? Once you reach to a certain level, it's time to level up. And what happens with that time is obviously you learn new skills. You have to battle something. You have to do something very exciting or big to level up. Otherwise, you are just repeating that same cycle every time. You're not able to pass that stage, right? And this is what happens, right? When you are now becoming all spiritual or even awake, you know, you're becoming woke for a reason, and you will lose some people. And the people you lose, I always say, they were never there for yourself, really. They were just there hanging out, making themselves look good with you, right? So our life, as I always say, our life is like a movie, right? We are the main character of our movie, and we are also playing character in other people's movie. But in our movie, everybody else is an extra. We give somebody sometime a prime role. Sometimes we have an episode with someone else as a prime role, you know. But we are the main character. And in that movie, when it's time to level up to the like stage 2, you will see that the people who were connecting with you, they will move up with you into the next episodes, right?
Exactly.
And some you lose out. Those are the characters that die off in the movies, right? Or in the episodes or in the series that you're watching, right? You see those characters that you keep losing are the ones who weren't meant to now go forward with you because they are stagnant themselves. They have, again, my emphasis are always on choice and decision. They've chosen and decided not to move forward and be there and just complain about it, because you will hear them complain about the life more than anybody else. Yet they would never choose to accept to look at other things or move forward to do things, right? They would never do that. I had a prime example of people in my old work, for example. You'll meet them and they've been there for like 10, 15 years. Yet they'll be the first one to complain. Oh, this company sucks. This is rubbish. And you'll be like, but you're still here for 15 years. If this company is rubbish, I've just started and I've been here for 2 years and I've left the company as well. And you are still complaining. Are you still there? And you're still complaining. So, you know, those are those people. And those people, if you lose them, there's nothing to it. I mean, you stay in touch now and then, but you know that where they stand is clear. You get some clarity because you're getting clarity in your life. And because what I do suggest is everybody to not stop yourself from growing because of those people, because a lot of people then worry about these friends or sometimes it's family members as well. So not worry about these family members and friends, and they're like, oh, I cannot do this because they're not accepting it, right? But then I just turn around and say, well, are they there for your success when you need to do this? You know, I'll just simply put it as, are they there for if you need to pay a bill? You know, how do you, if you're struggling to pay a bill, for example, you know, we got a phone bill, electric bill, whatever. Let's say you're going through some challenges. Are they there to help you with that challenge? If not, I don't think their opinion matters, right?
And at the end of the day, if you trying to take an action or you trying to level up and they're like, oh, are you sure it's not a scam? Maybe you shouldn't do it. Well, have you been there? Have you tried on your own skin? No. So what kind of on what kind of base you can say it is not worth it, or you shouldn't be trying if you didn't go through that journey, you know? And people, they very easily like to, like you say, judge, talk behind the back, complain, but they're still doing zero action, no? But they complain. They're like, you know, it's like another profession on the side of the job, complainer, professional complainer. And what I also realized, like in general, I think in your life, in our life, everything is for a reason. So each people we meet, they are for a reason, for a season, or for a lifetime. Some people, they've been given to us just to be a messenger for us to pass through some new journey, some new path. Some people, they just for a season. So as you said, you're on this level, so this is your circle that you're coming, you know, you're being with. Then you level up, and or they're gonna level up with you, or they stay there, and then you're just growing. So obviously you're changing the circle of people that you're being with. And if they're not tapping to the same frequency, even, you know what, this is you, this is your high, this is your low. Your low is even higher than their high, because we already there and we're going up, up, up. So, you know, are they gonna pick up with you, or are they just gonna stay behind you? What you gonna do? Everyone's got a choice.
Exactly, that 100%, 100%. So a quick question with your, in terms of, you know, you're doing self-development, spirituality, law of attraction, and obviously traveler, and you're a healthy foodie person, right?
Yeah.
And law of attraction coach soon. So how do you manage your time with, you know, a million YouTubes that you're recording and all that stuff? So share some tips. What tips that you can share? What works for you? Obviously, it might work for other people or not. What works for you?
It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. That's, you know, of course, pandemic is not a pleasant thing, because so many people experience a loss. Me, fortunately, I did not, but I feel very sorry for whoever did. But, you know, in pandemic, I had so much time to plan everything. I could rest, I could sleep, eat, cook, enjoy. I could even watch this Netflix, like some documentary in the meantime. I could record the video, focus on everything. And then reality, back to normal. I mean, back to normal. I've got my full-time job. So when I need to back to job, I was like, uh-oh, what's going to happen now? Oh my gosh. You know, when you don't work for 4 months and then you're going back to work and you're like on your legs for 12 hours, then you need to come back home. You need to still record the video, which is 30% of success. You need to edit your video. You need to do description, put this, that, make a thumbnail, 1,000 other things, and then your day is gone and you still got like a whole list things to do. I was like, oh my Lord, it was crazy. At the beginning, it was crazy, and I didn't know what to do. I was so overwhelmed with a job, with a YouTube, with yoga, everything. It was just, but I said to myself, you already started, you're already embracing, so you're not gonna give up. I'm doing a list every morning of things that I have to do. Obviously, I work 5 days a week. So on my days off, I've got a whole list with the tasks, and I've got time frames as well. So I know which time, how much time I need to spend on each thing. And if there's a time for a pleasure or for, you know, petting my cat, I will put it down there. And that's how I'm trying to survive. At the beginning was hard, but now I got used to. So today, like, is my day off. I woke up at 6 in the morning. I had my meditation, 30 minutes. I had my cold shower. I had my yoga. I recorded videos. I already done a rescheduled video and I posted for the future. I'm nearly finished another video. I lost all my pictures as well, just, you know, in the meantime. All my pictures and all my videos. I cooked dinner. And I'm now talking to you, and I still got a few things to do. But the thing is, when you plan it properly, then you can make it. And I also trying to make the most hard tasks at the beginning, because if I gonna do them in the morning, they're the most difficult, the most uncomfortable, the hardest one, then it's just going everything down, you know? Then you're going with the easier one. Because if you leave the one at the end, and then it's end of the day, and you still haven't done it, it's like, I'm gonna do it next time. And next time can be next week, next month, next year, and suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't done it. But I put myself in a way that I'm consistent. This is my chance, you know? I'm not gonna let it go. So whoever is struggling and complaining it does not have a time, well, you have time. Wake up 3 hours before and do it whatever you have no time during the day, or instead of go to sleep, stay another 3 hours in the evening. I'm early bird, so I need to wake up in the morning, because in the evening I'm like 10 p.m. already in the bed, do that, and I'm already sleeping. That's why I'm waking up super early in the morning, because I want to do as much as I can, and I just feel my brain works much better. So that's I think is my advice. Just wake up earlier, make yourself a schedule, start from the most difficult ones, and just smash it the day. It's so funny because friend of mine, I basically, my social life is kind of gone, but because I'm recording videos on the YouTube, I feel like I'm talking to people, because I do, you know, I know people gonna watch. um so this is my social life at the moment. This is my social life that I'm talking to you. A friend of mine was like, oh, do you know what, she was talking to me last week, shall we go shopping or something? And basically took my calendar, I found the page, I was like, okay, Tuesday between 3 and 5. And she looked at me. She was like, "You joking, right?" I was like, "Well, take it or not, because otherwise I'm gonna book somebody else." So that's how my schedule look like. I'm super busy, but I love it. And also, what I would like to give to everyone, kind of good tip: every evening when I go to sleep, I've been told by my dearest friend, she's an energy healer. She said, "Oh, I can see you super excited and you're super positive, and energy is just chop, chop, chop. But I can see your fatigue because of work." And I'm kind of, even I'm going to sleep, I'm kind of getting so excited for the next day, what's going to happen, what I need to do. But it's really good to finish the day, let yourself to go to the dreamland and relax there, and then wake up with the new energy. So she taught me to close the day with a sunset, closing the sunset and talking to myself things I'm grateful for about this day that just happened. I'm thinking about them. I'm already got my lights off. I'm already in my bed. And I'm like, okay, this day was good, Paulina. You did it amazing. Let yourself relax, because, you know, tomorrow is a new day ahead. So you need to get yourself pumped again. But now, just relax, sleep, you know, and be happy. And I'm going to sleep. In the morning, I'm opening my day with the sunrise. And another 10 things I'm grateful for maybe what I was dreaming about, or for something that is going to happen today, or for just the sun, for my cat being next to me, for something. And then that's how you set you nicely for the day. And I'm ready, relaxed, and I'm, you know, pumped for the day.
That is amazing. It's amazing, because I can resonate with so many of the things that you've mentioned there. I'm a mixture of list and schedules, but I do not like a lot of lists, because, you know, I see it as, when you write a list, you giving yourself choices of, oh, I'll do this first, I'll do that first, and, you know, if you're not strong enough, you'll end up choosing the easy one first, and, you know, you leave the hard one, but also already you know how you want to do the hard one. But the scheduling actually works much better for me, in terms of because that was what I had in corporate London time, when I was in those lifestyle, because everything was timed. You know, even though they say time is money, what that means basically is that you've just got certain time that you need to use. You know, like Elon Musk and Richard Branson, for example, they're people like us. How they're able to do so many successful things yet enjoy their life is because everything is timed. So myself, as like you, I have everything on time, and I put even my food is scheduled on that time. So, you know, I have lunch time, which is scheduled, and dinner time. I don't actually eat a lot at night, but there are those times which is scheduled. This is the time I won't do anything. If I'm hungry, I will eat at that time, but usually I don't eat in the evening. So everything else is scheduled to the time what happens on the weekends as well. So everything, little things. So I use that pockets of time. So I then know where is my free time and what I can do with that free time. And my free time, just like you, I don't do it in that depth, obviously, because no one's taught me this. It's something I've been doing from a very young age myself. I usually just sit in a dark room and close my eyes and just think of the day that I just had today, right? I can do that any time of the evening or night. But after that, I've just pretty much closed myself and my day is done. And I don't do anything after that. After that, I might watch TV if I need to. I haven't watched TV for a long time. Or I'll just do nothing else. You know, pretty much my brain will go in silent mode, as in just relax. And it's happened so many times that, you know, my Apple Watch literally assumes that I've slept, because the next day when I'm looking at it, it is counting it's giving me extra 4 hours of sleep. I'm like, well, no, I didn't actually sleep that. But I've been so still and calm when it's been taking my BP and blood pressure and everything. You know, his heartbeat is counted, all that stuff, and it's assumed that I've gone to sleep, right? So I do that as well. And in the morning, I already have my schedule anyway. That is the time starts. You know, I give myself already some time. So meditation is, I always say to everybody, is personal. So, you know, everybody does it the way they want to do it. For me, you know, I go in and out of meditation in terms of, sometimes I will have a guided meditation. So people are there in the background, somebody's talking and music. Or for me, the meditation is pretty much after my breakfast, I just stare out my window to the sky and see birds, clouds and everything. I might be doing that for half an hour, 45 minutes sometimes, just looking. And what I'm doing is also in that time, I'm talking to myself and telling myself what the day is going to be like, what I need to be doing, how amazing it's going to be. And everything, if it doesn't go my way, at least I've done it today. And I will always being solution focused as well. So I always do that. And I've learned throughout the way since joining this community. So a lot of things I've been doing without knowing, part of law of attraction. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't even know that there was such a thing called law of attraction, you know? As you said, you know, when you're not ready, people might be talking a lot of stuff and you don't do it. But I've been doing things before, but never connected to the community of these things, right? I was just like in the flow of doing stuff, always being solution focused and doing everything. And people would, a lot of people would think, oh, Zishan gets everything very easily, or Zishan is getting. For me, I'm thinking, I never get anything easily. If I was getting easy, it would have been here now. I sometimes have to, like, I would think about something today and I get it after 6 months, you know? So no, it's not easy. Maybe people are looking at the success and they're not seeing how long it's taken me to get there, right? They're just saying, oh, wow, today you have this.
Well, of course, they only see the final product. No one knows your journey, you know?
Exactly.
You only know, and the people who probably were around you, that you actually work your ass off to be here, you know? Hard, consistent, and you went for your dreams. So, well done.
Thank you very much. No, exactly. And, you know, and this is where my teaching comes in. When I work with my, what happened there? Oh, I'm back.
You're back.
So yeah, exactly what, you know, what in terms of what I do when it comes to when the people come to me and say, oh yeah, I've got this business XYZ, you know, you're a business and mindset coach, can you help me with this business? So first thing first I do is, you know, I take them through a process, because I say, yeah, whatever business you're starting, it's already happened, right? It's already happened because you've already thought of it and you've already manifested it. It's already there. Now is the journey from here to there. It's all in your mind, and we need to control the mind and decision-making skills. And that's what we're going to work on. And obviously we will touch upon what we need to, you know, profit, loss and all that stuff. We will look at the business side of stuff as well. But the strong thing we need to do is change your mindset to 100%. A entrepreneurial mindset. Leave the employee mindset behind and become an entrepreneur, you know, by yourself. And this is where you will see success happen, because you will start enjoying the ride, you know, more than being, you know, that's what Elon Musk does. You know, one of my, again, inspirational person that I follow. He enjoys all the downfalls that he has. You know, he's been working with his SpaceX. All his experiments to launch the rocket has failed. Yet continued the next day. Same happened with Tesla. Everything he did in the beginning did not work, and there was lots of people with the negative comments. Yet now Tesla is one of the cars that everybody wants, right? So it's the case of, right, how strong you are to move forward and then continue on that path. Yes, you might have different things come along, you know, speed bumps or potholes. How your goals might change. We're going to adapt those goals as the journey goes. You know, the final dream will be still there. In terms of yourself, you know, you're on this entrepreneurial journey. What has been your, I would say, the best portion that you are willing to share with someone that you've enjoyed most since you became an entrepreneur yourself?
You know what I did realize at the beginning, I had this desire to actually had the channel I was more doing this for myself, I think, because I wanted to, you know, I felt this desire. And then I realized that this is not about me. This is about me give something to people and feel the pleasure and accomplishment by me serving others. And I did realize, you know, as they said, be consistent, because at the beginning, you know, having the fruits yet, you need to work hard to have to have this moment of, you know, blooming. And I did realize, oh my gosh, I'm posting so many things also on my Instagram stories. And I was thinking like, oh my gosh, do I'm actually like, why I'm doing this? But I know I'm passing a good message, and I'm doing this because I want to feel that I maybe will help this single person. And then when it's happened, I got a messages back, you know, randomly. Oh my gosh, you made my day today. I love watching your videos. You're such a positive person. Oh yes, I need to listen to that today. It gave me so much power. Or someone's gonna tell me, oh, I love that, love your energy. Thank you for telling me this. I actually need that. Then I feel that I'm actually is the purpose of doing, because for me, my purpose is serving. I want to change people's life. And if I can help someone to have a better day, someone to make a movement, someone to change something or accomplish something, or maybe take this action, or at least for a second change the mindset, and maybe this will be a beginning of nice, beautiful journey. If I can be the person, it will help people change their life for better. Well, yes, hell yes, I'm in for that. So for me, it's about serving and contribution towards the others. I feel, like I said, I'm a giver, and this is what I receive back. The happiness of somebody actually enjoying or feeling a pleasure and the happiness of my servings. So yeah, I'm super in it, super happy. This is giving me power, and this is like the fuel to my engine, you know?
That's amazing, and it just reminded me of, this is very funny that I was having a chat with somebody on Clubhouse as well, in terms of you know, everything that we do actually starts from a place of selfish, right? And some people use my selfish word, some people might say self-love, right? It depends on what you want to use, but it always comes on being you first anyway. So now, even though you are serving, it's in a way of you are serving yourself, because you are serving yourself to help other people out there anyway. Because if you're not looking after yourself, you won't be able to do any of these things, right? Even though, let's say you wanted to become I don't know, let's say that everybody wants to be a famous TikToker now, right? So if you wanted to be a famous TikToker, what are you willing to do for it? So the things you're gonna do for it is gonna help others anyway, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And when you are helping others, you are succeeding in your life as well, which is then helping yourself at the end. But that's what happens. And we were looking at the connection of all these things, how that happens, right? And it's amazing that you've just mentioned that as well. So I'm going to say thank you very much for your time today. And it's been amazing having you here. And you've shared a million golden nuggets in there, right? And it's so much amazing things. So people who are watching this or listening to it, even on a replay on IGTV, which will be left there, I urge them to share this with somebody, whoever that person is that you know, or you think that should be listening to this, because you never know, you know, who's woken up today and said, is there more to life, or is there something that more I can do? And they might find something in today's video. So it is, I always say, it's our responsibility to share what we find interesting, or to share what we find, you know, appealing to us. Just share it with somebody else, you know, just say, hey, I watched this. You might find something interesting in it. I loved it, you know, share. They might watch it, they might not watch it. It might change their whole life, and they might be thankful to you.
Exactly.
You know, who knows? You know, so it is all of us' duty to share this. It will be left on IGTV. So thank you very much. And thank you everybody who tuned in as well. And we will see you next Tuesday again, for people who are tuning into Tuesday Talks. And thank you very much as well, Paulina, for your time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I've been honored so much. It was amazing. Beautiful chat. I'm so excited. Definitely share with me. I'm going to post it, repost it, and make it this word better, happier, more joyful, full of love.